Evening, ladies and gents. I've got a good one for you tonight. Now, I know in my other video I said that I needed some more time to get my new team ready, but I kind of figured that I should at least give you guys a little teaser or something like that so you can see what's coming down the pipes next week, or rather, once I get seven battles done with the team that I'm currently using. Once that's over with, I'm gonna switch over to this team because I realized I have pretty much everything I need in game already to set this up. Yeah, I don't even really want to say anything about it. I'll just let you see how it goes once we go into the battle video in like 2 seconds. So as you can see, I let off with Raichu, and my opponent leads off with Clefable. Now, I'm gonna fake out, knock off, and get toxic, which is unfortunate, but I'm gonna respond back with Thunder Wave, and then just Volt Switch out. So, Raichu's basically accomplished everything that it needs to do as far as opening is concerned. So now I go into my Amoonguss because I've got a complete type advantage here as he goes into Medicham. And I don't feel like there's much I can do, so I switch out into my Slowbro, who is basically going to wall this thing, except that I remember that Medicham can get Thunder Punch, so I switch back to Raichu trying to get the Lightning Rod ability activated. Anyway, that doesn't happen, and so I just Volt Switch out again, and go straight back into my Amoonguss. Now, he's going to come out predicting the Sludge Bomb, but I actually go for the Spore and put his sword thingy to sleep. Anyway, Garchomp comes out, and so now I've got to go into Slowbro so I can keep walling, and I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam, but obviously he's going to switch out, so I switch back into Amoonguss again. Now, I don't know if you've noticed so far, but Amoonguss and Slowbro both have Regenerator, and that is going to be crucial over the course of this battle. Anyway, back to the battle. It's Slowbro on Clefable, and Clefable is just going to be a pain in the ass, really. It's just causing me problems, and so I go out into my Amoonguss, and I'm trying to kill it, but he gets rid of status, which is actually kind of good, because then I can go for the Spore again, and now he comes out into his Aegis Slash, and I actually go for the Dark Pulse, which is pretty good. I'm not sure, I mean, that thing's pretty defensive when it's in defense mode, so it's not really, so it wasn't like it was a problem for him. But, goes for the Shadow Sneak, and I just go for another Dark Pulse to take it out, and the funny thing about that, too, is that was like 20-something turns into the battle, and that was the first kill. Anyway, so right here, Slowbro takes that Thunder Punch, and I realize I cannot take another one, so I go out into Raichu, and actually finally do manage to get the Lightning Rod to activate. But he goes for the Bullet Punch, and so all of that is worthless. So I go out into my Arcanine, and he's gonna switch because I'm completely defensive, and I'm sure he realizes that the way I switched it. And either way, that Tyranitar is walling me now, so I have to go into Blastoise, and I'm actually predicting him to switch out here, which is why I went for the Water Pulse as opposed to the Aura Sphere. But since he just stays, I just go for the Aura Sphere this time, and that takes down the Tyranitar. So, sitting pretty good here, despite the fact that we both went down. So now, that he has to run away, I go into my Arcanine and just try and burn everything. And he tries setting up on me, predicting me to switch out, but I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp again. And I get it, which is fantastic, because now I can go into my Amoonguss knowing that I'm going to be able to at least take his attacks decently. You know, Earthquake is neutral on Amoonguss. So after the clear Smog, his Dragon Dance counts for nothing, and I am just going to switch out here because he's bounced, and that gives me a turn to respond in kind. Anyway, Slowbro's not really going to have any problems taking that, and he actually goes out into his Clefable again as I switch back to Amoonguss and go for the Sludge Bomb. I'm thinking maybe I can get it? No. Moonlight. But that was a good opportunity for me to put the Clefable to sleep, because now that's the only thing that was getting rid of status on his team. If his status Curer is asleep, I'm free to do pretty much whatever. Anyway, so now I go into Slowbro, and he is just gonna keep trying to attack me, but Slowbro's defense is insane, and he brings in the Clefable to sponge the Ice Beam, and then switches out to Medicham to take the Scald. Now, again with this Thunder Punch, but I knew I would be able to survive at least one. So I'm actually in a decent place, but I need to get out of there because I can't have my Slowbro losing too much more health. So now that I go into my Arcanine, lower his attack, extreme speed, and I'm just going to, Ice Beam all the things until they're dead. So this was a pretty good battle. Just something that I had on Showdown, actually, not too long ago, just like probably, I mean, I suppose it depends on how long it takes me to actually get this up, but from the time I'm recording this now, I had this battle like 10 minutes ago, maybe. So yeah, the general idea is to have two pokes that have Regenerator as your defensive core, because they're just going to keep getting their health back, and if your defensive walls don't go down, you're pretty much going to be in a good place the entire time. Anyway, that's the battle. Have a good one, you guys.